All right, and we're live. Beautiful stuff. We got Jose Aldo here versus Dvalishvili. Should be a good fight. Jose Aldo has been the man for so many years, and let's see if he is still at the very top of the heap. I believe this is at 135. Very interesting for Jose Aldo to go down in weight from 145 to 135. Usually, as people's careers progress and continue, they go up a weight class rather than go down a weight class. But this weight class has been great for Jose Aldo, and I saw a statistic on him recently that he's been um, he's been in the top fighters in the UFC that he hasn't lost to anyone who wasn't a champion or number one contender in something like 10 years. And it really speaks to Jose Aldo's ability. Always a big fan of his. And then there's always the question, of course, of is Jose Aldo going to go for his famous devastating leg kick action? So that's always something that's on the table, but my prediction is that something happened to his hip or knee, and it's not it's not going to happen. He's not going to do the leg kicks like he used to. They're showing right now on the UFC stream. They got Hamza Chimaev versus Nate Diaz, which will be a phenomenal fight. I can't wait for that fight. A lot of people think Hamzat is just going to blow through Nate Diaz, and that may happen. But man, Nate Diaz is a tough mother effer, and he definitely doesn't give up or get out of the fight too easily. So that's coming up, not in the following UFC, but the one after. I think they said September 10th. And the next UFC is going to be Tai Tuivasa versus Cyril Gane, which are two super strong heavyweights. And Cyril Gane's definitely the more technical and more proficient fighter, but Tai Tuivasa definitely likes to stand and bang, as they say. But right now they're showing some highlights between Nate Diaz and Hamzat, and man, that is just a fight for the ages. And I can't wait for that one. That one, yeah, Saturday, September 10th. I will be commentating that, and man, I hope you guys you join me for that. If you're watching live, throw your name in the chat, and I'll respond to any comments that you may give. Much love to anyone that's watching out there. Also, I recently posted a video of a dog that I was doing jujitsu with the dog, and got a couple dislikes. The video went sort of viral. It's got thousands of views, more than any other video I did. And some people are saying that I was hurting or abusing the dog, which makes me sad because I was not doing that whatsoever. That dog is known to be a guard dog and great personal friends with the owner. And I was not hurting the dog in any way. Her name's Mackenzie, and that dog is super tough and is built for for actual real combat. Aldo, legendary performance incoming from Caleb Richardson. Caleb Richardson. Why do I know that name from somewhere? Hmm. Sounds so familiar. I don't know. But yeah, it should be a great performance with Jose Aldo versus Caleb. I know it's you. I know it's you. I know. My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. Anyway, should be a great fight between Jose Aldo and Merab. From what I've seen on Merab, which is not much, he's definitely a very skilled fighter. I just saw some basic pad drills and stuff, and just the way that he closes the distance is very fast and looks like an elite fighter. But Jose Aldo is as experienced as they come, and you got to be curious about where Jose Aldo is at in his career. He's been fighting forever. He was on a 10-year undefeated streak in the UFC. And man, he was the champion of the featherweight division for a decade, and now he's in the bantamweight division and put together a huge resume in that division. The guy just seems to keep on being able to fight forever, and Father Time is undefeated. So it should be interesting to see how Jose Aldo looks in this fight. We got V Deezy says, "Sup? What's up, V Deezy? Hope you're enjoying the stream. The Jose Aldo versus Merab fight will be up next, and I will be commentating that live. Unfortunately, it is on UFC pay-per-view, so you'd have to pay for the pay-per-view to watch it, unless you know of some type of stream of some sort. I know you guys are not watching on a stream. That would be illegal." So we got Merab coming out, and he's got the gigantic headpiece. Can we post images here? I don't know what you could do, VDZ. If you could do it, post it. I couldn't care less. I'll respond to the image as well. And anything you post is encouraged. Anyway, Merab Bjjfanatics, being his last name, is coming out with a giant headdress. And this seems to be a new theme for these fighters. I believe Khabib started it, and a lot of these guys like to come out with the crazy things that they wear on their head. There's another guy. There's many guys that wear it, but Gamrot, I think, is another guy who wears the giant headpiece as well. The cut man that is going to be welcoming Merab to the cage to do the Vaseline above the eyes and to do the mouthpiece, fingernail, and cup check. He's on Instagram as That Brad Tate, and super cool guy. I recommend you follow him. If you message him, he actually responds, and he's got like a great thing where he like spars with Gilbert Burns in the back UFC locker room area. And man, it's great and it's funny. And he's also a phenomenal cut man. I mean, I've seen people get horrible gashes, openings in their face, and he's always there to dress them up real well. A real underappreciated art is the art of the cut man. So we have Merab. He confidently struts around the octagon and finds his corner, the blue corner. It's interesting to see all the sponsors for the event as well. We got V-Chain, which I believe it is Gary V. Certainly a famous guy, has sort of infiltrated his sponsorship into the UFC. You see even the tail of the tape and all these other side promos are also sponsored by Gary Vee. So I wonder what his deal is with the UFC. And he's also known for getting in on something early and kind of riding its ascent. And it's great that he feels that and sees that with the UFC. Here comes Jose Aldo walking out right now. And should be a great fight. We shall see. You know, Jose Aldo has this thing where he comes out every fight where he like looks down and then he like swings his arm like this. And you'll see it's like I'm going to predict the future. I bet you almost anything he's going to do that once again. So we shall see. We shall see. A lot of times, I like to give my predictions in these fights. The last time I did a live, we had Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena and 9 other jiu-jitsu matches that day, and I predicted every single one correctly. And my friends come to me all the time for predictions for certain fights. But there's a couple things that, you know, you got to be aware of. Like, for instance, if the fighters are older or at the end of their career, it's more unpredictable what their performance will be like. And also in a fight like this, I've never really seen Merab fight before. I know Jose Aldo's career really well. So I don't like to give a ton of predictions if I don't know the fighters intimately. But just to make it interesting, I will say that Jose Aldo should win this one. All right, Jose Aldo steps into the arena, and watch for Jose Aldo to be looking down and doing his famous arm swing. Could almost guarantee that you're going to see that next. And a lot of times these fighters have like really specific pre-fight rituals that they will do. There he is, closing his eyes, looking at the ground. The arm swing hasn't been shown yet. Here's the tail of the tape. Jose Aldo 35 to Merab 31. Jose Aldo's 5'7 to Merab's 5'6. They both weighed in at 136 pounds, and Jose Aldo has the 2-inch reach advantage with a 70-inch reach to Merab's 68. And again, this is sponsored by V-Chain, which is Gary V's famous company, I want to say. I don't know if it's a company, but here's Bruce Buffer. Love Bruce Buffer, the best announcer in the history of sports. If you check out in my description here, I got a couple videos for sale, martial arts instructionals on Bjjfanatics.com, and Bruce Buffer does the introduction in those. It was always a dream of mine to get introduced by Bruce Buffer, and we got it to happen. So he also introduced this comedian recently. Super good. Super good introduction. I'm just reading the comments here. V-Chain, is crypto your favorite? Well, I'm a martial arts guy. I study martial arts. There we go. Jose Aldo closing his eyes, looking at the ground. No arm swing. Man, that is some shocking stuff right there. You saw Drake. He bet something crazy like 250,000 on Jose Aldo for this fight, so that should be interesting. As far as the crypto, I had a little bit invested in crypto. I had like $400 invested, and it went up a little bit, and I just sold it. So I don't really love the crypto market. It's not the safest or most secure thing. I know a lot of friends who dumped a lot of money into it, and with the recent crypto crash, have lost a lot. But I'm no guy to be giving financial advice out here. Oh, there we go. There's Jose Aldo with the arm swing, the patented famous arm swing. I almost thought it wasn't going to happen for a second, but here it is, and the fight begins. All right. First round, 5 seconds in here. Both coming out in the orthodox stance. VDZ, they all got dot. I wonder if that is CDs, if that is my guy CDs. I wonder if he liked my crypto and finance stock. Anyway, we got 4 minutes, 36 seconds left in this first round. Ooh, crazy spinning hook kick from Merab. And both guys looking a little bit on the gun-shy side. Jose Aldo coming out in a strong kind of Muay Thai stance, and both fighters fighting in the orthodox position. VDZ says, LOL. Yes, it is CDs. I could smell them from here. I knew it. 1 minute into the first round, both guys sort of just feeling each other out a little bit here. Merab doing a lot of bouncing. What do you think of Merab fight IQ? I wish I knew, CDs. I wish I knew, but I don't know much about Merab. I've never seen him fight before, so I have yet to see. But he is controlling the center of the octagon right now, throwing some aggressive kicks and techniques, and seems to be dictating the pace of things so far in this fight. Oh, and nice changeup from the jab into the takedown, a classic George St. Pierre move. looking for the takedown on Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo's takedown defense is pretty good, but yep, no takedown. No takedown. Strong takedown attempt, though. Strong takedown attempt. But it's really going to be hard to surprise Jose Aldo with a takedown. He's such an experienced veteran. Shout out to Merab, though, with his combination of the punches to the feinting of the takedown. Ooh, and a nice leg kick from Jose Aldo. Great to see the Jose Aldo patented leg kick in here. Both guys still in the orthodox stance. Jose Aldo with the knee. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left in this fight, in the first round, excuse me. Merab comes with a leg kick of his own, and it's just crazy the ferocity and force that Jose Aldo is able to generate on those leg kicks. VDZ says, I haven't seen him much. Yeah, I haven't seen him at all, but he seems to be doing pretty good in this fight so far. If I had to pick, I would say he's slightly ahead of Jose Aldo in the first round. Nico Andrade says, give us a sneak peek. I wish I could give you a sneak peek. I don't have the ability to show you the fight. It's on the computer, and you guys are on the computer as well. I can't show you what's on the screen, as I am doing both things, watching and live right now. So Merab punches Jose Aldo. I'm sorry, not punches. Pushes him up against the fence, and Jose Aldo takes this classic sideways stance on the fence. This is a classic great stance to defend takedowns. Oh, and a great high crotch attempt from Merab. And then as Jose Aldo defends it, he comes back and punches Jose Aldo in the face, and then he slips to the ground. So interesting stuff here. 1 minute, 13 seconds left in the first round. Both guys in the orthodox stance, and oh, a nice knee from Jose Aldo. It's looking like Jose Aldo is saying, if you come in with those takedowns, just be aware that I have a knee waiting for you as you come in. So it's a great counter to this style of Merab, where he seems to really be trying to combine his punches and his takedown attempts well here, to be unreadable and to fake for one and go for the other. Merab also has some great kicks, not afraid to be throwing those spinning hook kicks, spinning back kicks. And in the words of the infamous Nate Diaz, are we throwing spinning shit now? Yes, we are. 20 seconds left in this first round. Very, very close round. Hard to go either way on this one. I'd say Jose Aldo was doing a little bit more of the counter striking in this one. And as I say that, he's coming forward, but a very close round. Hard to give an answer on who won that round. I guess Merab maybe slightly ahead with his striking and grappling combination. That was a famous thing brought into the game by George St. Pierre, where he would combine his jab and his takedown, and he would feint for the takedown. They would drop the hands to block the takedown, and then he would jab them in the face. Then he would feint the jab. They would bring their hands up, and then he would go and he would take them down. And it seems that Merab has really incorporated that and made that sort of the centerpiece of his style and his game here. And he's trying to use that against Jose Aldo. But, you know, Jose Aldo's a extreme veteran, and, you know, it's hard to beat the experience that Jose Aldo has in there. Few people are more experienced than him. I don't know if I could think of anybody more experienced than Jose Aldo. He's also letting them know with a good knee that if you come forward for that takedown, you might be met with a serious knee to the head. So round two, we're 10 seconds in, and both fighters are standing in the center of the octagon, both in the orthodox stance. Jose Aldo more of in a Muay Thai stance, and Merab is really doing a lot of bouncing bouncing. Conor McGregor says, "What an entrance performance of a career here. I feel this guy," and it left. So I don't know. I don't know what Conor said. If you know what he said, throw it in the comments down below. Both guys in the orthodox stance. A nice jab to the face from Jose Aldo. And Merab comes in with the patented takedown, fakes for the jab, fakes for the strikes, and then uses it as his entry for the shot. Jose Aldo is tough, though, with his hips, where he will hip check you, and it's not easy to just run him over, and he's able to ride that back to the fence. So a combination of Merab going for the takedown and Jose Aldo defending well and going to the fence, using the fence as a great method to defend that takedown. Wylan Menard says, Aldo, Aldo, Aldo. Yes, it's a good fight so far. 3 minutes 34 left in the second round. The fence is such a great way to defend takedowns because you can't take them down backwards, especially when you're in this sideways stance. And you could use the fence to lean up against to help stop those takedowns. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Merab throwing a lot of knees to the legs of Jose Aldo, which might not be the worst strategy. You know, there's a lot of rumors that Jose Aldo has a bit of a leg injury. Jose Aldo's making this face that it doesn't seem to be bothering him whatsoever. But there's a lot of rumors that Jose Aldo has a leg injury, and that's why he doesn't throw leg kicks the same way that he used to. So it might not be the worst idea to wear down on his legs against the cage. A lot of times, too, when fighters pretend, oh, nothing's going wrong, it doesn't hurt me whatsoever, it actually is bothering them. So hard to say. These guys have a great poker face in there and deal with pain and adversity well. And Merab coming in for that takedown once again, tries to use the bounce of the cage. I love that attempt where you run the guy into the cage and the spring of the cage ricochets you back and makes some room for the takedown. But Aldo has seen all this before, and Merab goes for a nice elbow off the clinch here. There he goes for it again, because Jose Aldo's trying to go for an underhook here, and it leaves Merab's arm a little bit free. And those shoulder strikes, made famous by Conor McGregor, are coming at Aldo as well. Cool stuff how he sort of changed the game with those shoulder strikes. And you see, again, classic feint the jab, going for the takedown as that centerpiece of Merab's style. Sort of hard to get a read on, and a difficult style to deal with. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in this second round. A classic wizard wrist control scenario. And another thing that's been big in the metagame of MMA is these elbows on your way out of the clinch. This has been something that's just been major in so many fights that I've seen lately. And you guys should watch out for that and pay attention to see that too. Merab goes for a takedown in the center of the octagon. So far, he hasn't gotten one single takedown. Aldo's takedown defense seems to be immaculate. No surprises there, though, with his veteran-level experience. But I will say Merab is able to not show much of a telegraph and is able to get in on the legs, but just not able to complete the takedown once he gets there. 27 seconds left in this second round, and he goes to push Aldo up against the cage once again, going back to the knees and trying to work some punches off the clinch. And it definitely seems that Merab is working harder in this fight. I wonder how well that will fare for him in the third round. Aldo definitely being more patient, but the question is, has Merab won these rounds? That concludes round number 2. We shall see what happens in round number 3. Aldo putting his leg up. I wonder if at any point he hurt his leg or knee at all in any of those knees off the fence. I would not be surprised if that happened, especially when a fighter says, "Oh yeah, these don't affect me at all," that's usually when it hurts them the most. So I wonder what Aldo's thinking right now. There seems to be a feeling in his corner of that he's down 2 rounds, so that he sort of has to finish Merab in this third round here. But should be interesting to see if Merab has the gas and ability to survive this round, because it's really if there's a guy that can make it happen in knocking you out in the last round or finishing you in the last round, it's definitely Jose Aldo. Hey, Ken Chaloya says, "Hey, Rye, that's my dad. Love my dad so much. Always a pleasure to have him in my comments." And both fighters embrace and shake hands as the third round begins. We are 10 seconds in. Merab going for his patented striking into his takedown. Hard to get a read on which one he's going for, made famous by George St. Pierre. Jose Aldo's probably down 2 rounds here, so he needs to make something happen with a finish of some sort. It seems that it will probably have to be some sort of striking finish, since they can't seem to get to the ground. Jose Aldo has not gone for a single takedown. Doesn't appear that that's his strategy, and Merab has not been able to finish a single takedown as far as the fight has been going on, even though he's probably had, 12, 13 attempts at least. Ken Shaloy says, "I ordered from the Amazon link in the description." Yes, thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, I got an Amazon link. Please click on that and do all of your regular Amazon shopping, and I will get a small percentage of the profit that Amazon makes. Of course, everything will be regular price for you, but I will get a small percentage. Thank you so much, Ken Shaloy. 3 minutes, 42 seconds. A great knee from Jose Aldo there, keeping Merab second guessing. It just doesn't seem that Jose Aldo has a incredible spirit here in this fight, that he's not going out there dying to win, super hungry, and really looking to go out there and dominate. It more seems that he's just been laid back and chill this whole fight. And, there's got to be some sense of aggression, Merab goes in for another takedown, pushes him against the fence, and Jose Aldo stuffing it with a down block and with his underhooks. Nice jab there from Jose Aldo. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Almost hit Jose Aldo with a left hook there on the way out. Merab is using that strategy, that famous patented George St. Pierre strategy, but also as you bring him to the fence, when people, big punch there for Merab, big punch. Jose Aldo just eats it, but it definitely, Jose Aldo definitely felt that one. He definitely felt that one. As I was saying, when you're closing in on someone on the cage, they only have 2 directions to go, left or right, and that's a great time to be able to throw some hook punches in there. But a couple great punches there from Merab on Jose Aldo's face. Jose Aldo feeling those punches, as you can see. And this doesn't look so good. 2 minutes left in the round for Jose Aldo. Not faring so well here. It's not like Jose Aldo is like he looks terrible. You know what I mean? It's just that he doesn't have like a huge aggressive fighting spirit in this encounter. And now that you see those punches landed on Jose Aldo, he's more focused on defending those punches and less focused on the takedown. So it's easier for Merab here to start to get in on the legs of Jose Aldo. But still, once you try to take Jose Aldo down, it is still so difficult to get him down. He's just got that, like 20 years of MMA fighting experience, that championship level experience. And Merab off balances him, makes Aldo post a hand, makes him post a hand again, but still very, very difficult to get down. 1 minute left in this final round, and Jose Aldo's got to make something happen here, or he's going to lose this fight. Possible Haragoshi position for Jose Aldo. Merab really trying to put everything into this and suplex him, but Jose Aldo is defending it well, using his hands to post on the ground. Right now, you see Jose Aldo putting his hands on the floor, and that is a tactic being employed by him to not get kneed in the head. You're not supposed to knee a grounded opponent, and the way that Jose Aldo's hands are signal that he is grounded so that the guy by the rules cannot knee in the head. I know my dad's probably cursing the screen about why that's happening. And Merab throwing some knees to Jose Aldo's legs in the last 4 seconds of this fight. And both guys shake hands and give each other a nice hug and embrace in the center of that octagon. Merab goes and he celebrates as if he's won the fight, which I believe he did. Great stuff from Merab, and really what won him the fight, I believe, well, the decision isn't official yet, but what I believe won him the fight was that ability to mix in the striking and the takedowns. Caleb says Merab boring AF. Yes, I agree, Caleb. I agree, but Caleb, what is your opinion and your thoughts on Merab being able to use his striking to gain access to set up the legs? Caleb says it's a great win for Merab, and I agree. I agree. Smart. Caleb says it's smart. Had to do it. I agree. What else are you going to do against Jose Aldo? One thing that's so that most people really don't understand about MMA is that it's not just a mix of all the styles, but it is a mix in between the styles. So MMA is all about how you're going about doing the actual process of mixing things together. So in wrestling, like my friend Caleb does, his setups are based off of grappling setups where you're doing collar ties, where you're doing different methods of being able to bypass the hand fighting and get to the actual takedown. But in MMA, the hand fighting is not the same. You have all of the striking game mixed in, and you can set your takedowns up differently by using your strikes to make them think about that, keep their hands up so that they don't have their hands in proper position to be able to defend the takedown. And they give the decision to Merab here. If you're listening and you got the sound, let me know what the scorecards say. What was interesting is Jose Aldo's laying on the ground, seemed really upset with that loss, and it seemed that he was prepared to win that fight, which is kind of odd because it seemed clear to me and to, I think, everyone watching and the judges for sure that Jose Aldo did not do enough to win that fight. Of course, sometimes it's hard to tell while you're in there. But yeah, that fight definitely belongs to Merab for this one. And he gets interviewed with his Joe Rogan moment right now. Ken Shaloya says, I like knees to the head and anything goes fighting rules. I enjoy that as well, Ken Shaloya, but what can you do? You can't always get what you want, as they say. And this is the closest thing we got to no holds barred fighting. If you want to see some real no holds barred fighting, go back and watch some Boss Rutan fights and some fights before the UFC. Okay, we got Lucas PUBG Mobile. Please watching video, please. Not sure what you're trying to tell me there. If you want to watch the video, you got to get the pay-per-view, or if you know some way to stream it otherwise. Or you can go to a bar. VDZ says 29-28, 29-28, 30-27. I wonder what round they gave Jose Aldo, because it seemed to me to be a 30-27 type situation. Caleb says, didn't hear the scorecards, but a 29-28 for me. Caleb, what round did you have Jose Aldo winning in that one? Please let me know. I thought one was Aldo, Caleb says. Okay, all right. I could see that. I could see that. I just don't feel Aldo did enough across all 3 rounds to win any of them. But I could see what you're saying in that the first round was probably the closest of all of them. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, for watching my commentary during this fight, and I will be breaking down the Luke Rockhold versus Paulo Costa fight next, which should be a great fight. So I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to go live again. Please tune in, and I will see you guys in a second. Much love.